What's happening? Gruff, what's up, dude? Do you know where your comics are? Well, they're right here with me. I've got some new ones to look at. Here, let's see. I got a little show and tell for the start here. Let's see. Let's get going here. Oh, hello. This is what I'm going to be working on tonight, though. I'm going to be... It's kind of hard to see. I got this panel down here covered, but there's a scene where I was working on last week where he is standing over this guy. I'm going to actually do all the, like, blood splatter and spray around him on the ground here. I got it all masked off here now. Yeah, dude, Gruff. I just saw you added me on that other Instagram, too, so I can share it. Fantasy Animal Vegan. I got some of my first official fan art, and it's pretty freaking awesome. Cruff himself drew it, so with his character Lucifer. So, but I'm gonna post it a little later tonight so y'all can see it. It's super cool. I love it. And you do a cool rendition of Punish too. I like it. I showed it to my wife too. She's like, "Oh, damn, that's good." But yeah, before I do that, I have to protect this a little bit. This is my spread out sheet I use for when I'm doing ink spray and everything, so it doesn't get all over everything everywhere. Oops. All right. Yeah, it was cool, man. I like Lucifer's final design too. He's pretty cool. I like that character. All right. What do I got here first? I'll show you. This is one thing I got. Get it a little bit more. A little easier to get it centered up here. Let's see. One sec. There we go. There we go. Oh, that's awesome. Skating the bike. It's a very Ghost Rider thing to do. Maybe they should steal that idea at Marvel. No, just kidding. All right. So this is one thing I got: Batman White Knight, the Absolute Edition, which is like big, oversized. It's not quite artist edition size, but Sean Gordon Murphy. If you haven't read this before, I highly recommend it. It's Sean Gordon Murphy's own kind of universe with Batman, and in this one, like, the Joker starts taking these pills that makes it block his Jokerness, and he actually becomes a normal guy and marries Harley Quinn and becomes a politician and turns people of the city against him, and he ends up in jail and stuff. So, but it's pretty cool. Like, this is the absolute like oversized color, which is kind of cool. Sean Murphy's art is really good too. He's done 3 series of it too. This is the first one, which is kind of weird how DC releases their books. But here, I'll just look through. I don't want to look through the color one too much. Yeah, you might have. It's been out for a few years now, actually. Especially this one. This is the first of 3. But it's weird. Like, I already have black and white oversized editions of the next 2. Like, there's Beyond the White Knight, which is the last one he did that has Batman Beyond and Azrael in it. I don't know if you can see, like, the shot's so cool. Like, let's see here. Hang on. There we go. We can get rid of the glare there. Just this Batmobile going across with him flying off the top. He does such good vehicles and environments. But anyway, this is cool. This part. Ooh, what's this? I didn't see that. I literally have just opened this up. I just got it, so Oh, hey, a blueprint. But the part I wanted most was the black and white part. Oh, this is cool. Oh, look at that. That's awesome. Man, he's so good at drawing vehicles. But how you feeling, Fantasy? Are you jonesing for some chaotic draw along? Yeah, we can build our own. Oh, yeah, there's a big interview in back here too. Oh, like Easter eggs and stuff. But yeah, he knows the history of Batman well, so he did a really cool alternate universe here. But yeah, the stuff I really want to see is the black and white. Yeah, like look at that shit. I mean, look at that shit. That is nuts. Good environment. I like how he uses ink spray and stuff here too. I like almost everything that Sean Gordon Murphy draws, except for the only thing that bothers me. Oh, hang on. Turn this audio down. I don't like how he draws this shadow over people's noses a lot of the time. Let's see if I can find a better example. Of course, now I won't be able to find one. It increases throughout the series too. Like he kind of goes all in on that style. Kind of does a little there, but it's like it starts getting thicker on all the noses, and I don't like it. Like, go to a later one. I guess it wasn't as bad on this one. So it's been a while since I looked at this one. I was recently looking at the newest one. But this is basically like an artist edition too, because you can see kind of the ink washes and stuff too, like in all the mistakes and everything. I don't know if it's a color scan, but it's not like a treated black and white scan. Yeah, this is cool. So you could read it this way too. I kind of prefer it without the lettering though, but I wonder if the lettering's on the original pages or not. So. A stream overlay for Anthony Wheeler. Yeah, I'm down to build a Batmobile. I wish I could draw vehicles later. We could drive. I'd be embarrassed to try to draw a vehicle live on stream right now. That might be something to do in the future. Or if I have time after I do the splatter on this, I gotta finish that page. Ooh, here's a Clayface. They did a crazy thing in this too. Spoiler, if you haven't read it. Slight spoiler, but for like 1 minute, cover your ears. But they take Clayface, they took little parts of him and like put it in people's food and stuff, all the other villains, and they use it to like basically control all the villains because they have little bits of Clayface inside them and they're controlling Clayface. So, Andy, what's up, man? What's going on? I'm just looking through this. This is the Absolute Batman White Knight that came out. It has a color and black and white version of it. But yeah, look at that. Man. Close this little. There we go. God, he draws those so good though. I heard he's doing another one too. I'm not sure though. I've read all three and they were all good. It's a trip though. But yeah, I don't want to take too long on this. But yeah, it's fun to look through. It gets you inspired. Like, look at this. There's a part where he pulls out every Batmobile in history, and let's see. I have to zoom out a little bit more. You can kind of see it here. Like, here's the classic one from the 50s. Here's the one from the movies. You know, the Michael Keaton one. Here's some Big Wheel one, which is from one from the comics. Here's the Tumbler from Dark Knight Rises, and Christian Bale. There's a couple more back here. He has like a whole bunch of them that he's drawing all at once, and then there's a new one he created for this as well. Let's see if I can find it here. There's a part where they go into the Batmobile and you see all of them at once. This is part of it, but yeah, the Tumbler from the God, he draws it spot on too. Yeah, but anyway, this is I'd recommend this. This just came out like last week. It's kind of pricey though. It was like $100, but worth it for me because I have this one and I also have got this one too, which is Beyond the White Knight, which This is actually from, yeah, this is actually French. This is where I get most of them. The French came out with this like 2 years ago. But it's essentially the same book. It's a black and white, oversized version. Is it the exact same size? Slightly smaller. I see a slight size difference. But, yeah, this is Beyond the White Knight, and this one's cool. It has Azrael and Batman Beyond in it, a version of them. But they're very different from the original versions. Oh yeah, and he pulls out the Michael Keaton Batmobile in this one again too, because like, oh yeah, here's all. I'll see if I can get in the vertical here. There we go. You can see all the Batmobiles here. It's great. There's even these ones off to the side. And I guess at this point in the comic, this isn't a huge spoiler, but all the Batmobiles are being controlled electronically by one person, so he has to go back to old school, which is like the Michael Keaton one, which is like a self-contained vehicle. It's the only one he can use. So he has to go back to old school and drive it around. But he added a thing in this one where oh yeah, I love this motorcycle too. It's very cool. There's a part, I won't see if I can find it real quick here. He added a effect to the Michael Keaton Batmobile where like it rotates around and becomes like a jet ski kind of boat vehicle thing. Like the fins on the back that stick up over the back wheels, it flips over, and then those are like the fins that stick in the water while he's riding. Let's see if I can find it real quick here. It was really cool. But here's Azrael and Batman Beyond in it though. Put on the vertical here. He draws them both really cool. And man, just the city. Look at that shot. That's so cool. Very futuristic too. So yeah, it's a trip. I don't know what he could possibly do for another White Knight after this, but I'm down for it though. Let's see. There's just a short story that he didn't do in it. Otherwise, it's all him. But yeah, I don't want to dig through the whole book. But that's one thing to look forward to if you read this. Even just the regular color versions are a fun read if you get the trade paperback. There's another thing about DC, like they're so weird at how they release their books. Like Beyond the White Knight, they released a hardcover, but not the paperback, and it's been years. And they had and they've still never released it, but like they have a softcover and a hardback version of the one before it. But the one before it, they didn't release a black and white version. But this one, they released a black and white version. I don't understand their scheduling there. They're setting stuff up. But also, I'll show you a couple other little things I got here that are kind of interesting. I've been collecting, since I'm doing a bootleg comic, I've been collecting bootleg comics, like a lot of Batman ones. I got this bootleg Batman, which is by Matty Keene, which Matty Keene's awesome if you haven't met him. This is his original bootleg he did, which got really popular. It was Bootleg Spider-Man. And let's see. Yeah, crap, it's tough. I still have issues too. Sometimes there's parts I enjoy and sometimes I hate every minute of it, but yeah, this one's hilarious. This is a Spider-Man, but he's like actually part spider, so he keeps a mask over his face because he's so gross looking. And Mary Jane is like this kind of just super overweight, kind of just, you know, like just sitting at home eating all day, like kind of whiny and stuff. But you know, she still will like have sex with him even though he looks like a weird gross spider, so he stays with her. So, yeah, Matty Keene's style is pretty hilarious too. Yeah. Mary Jane Gorlock. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, he's got a real crude way to... Here we go. There's a nice, sexy Mary Jane right there for you. Like, face the tiger, you just hit the jackpot. But that's, you know, that's Spider-Man up there. He looks all grotesque. So that one's pretty funny. He's actually done 3 of those. And he also did this bootleg Batman, which is pretty hilarious. Like, it's actually in color, too. But he's hanging out with the regular Batman, too, in the gray suit. He likes to draw these chubby assassin girls like Mary Jane. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. And then there's this one. Well, actually, before I do that, there's also this one, Rewrite at Night, which this one's really cool. This is another Batman bootleg. This one I got off Etsy. It's by Jesse Lonergan. And I'm not sure if he saw some on there. He was starting to get low. But this is one of my favorites. The art is really good in it. See if I can find a good portrait. I mean, look at that Joker. And then he has like a really cool that freaking flying duck. But yeah, he's just got a really cool style. He draws a lot of this with a parallel pen too, and I like the feel it gets from it, sort of a Jim Mahfood energy. But yeah, this is definitely like a Dark Knight homage type of thing here. And the story is just kind of nonsense and fun, but yeah, it's got a lot of energy to it real fun. I mean, look at that Killer Croc. Let's see it on the stream with that yeah, so highly recommend this. It's just called We Write at Night. And then last but not least of the Batman ones is Shitty Dark Knight, which is this is one where let's see if I can get all the artists. This is all the artists listed in it. Like Andrew McLean did the cover. Like, wait, is this Nick Darrington? Oh no, just Miller. Yes, sorry. Yeah, Erwin Papa, Nick Darrington, Jim Mahfood, Jim Rugg, Dave Baker, Zach Soto, a whole bunch of guys I don't even know. They took the entire Dark Knight Returns, and they each chose a couple pages each and just basically redrew them the same as the original, but in their style. So it's a really interesting read, and it changes style every couple pages, but it's all the same like panel layout and stuff. So it's pretty fun, and it's Shitty Dark Knight. You can actually get it off Jim Mahfood's website. He sells them on there, I think. Still, yeah. Yeah. So that's pretty fun to read through and see how people draw this different stuff. Like, I scribbled away his face there. That's interesting. Yeah, some of these look exact too. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, so that's pretty fun. I think there's another sort of Dark Knight bootleg one too you can get to that I haven't gotten yet. But yeah, and there's two other bootleg Spider-Mans that have come out too. This is the last one, the third one. So yeah, they're all different sizes too. It's kind of crazy, but they're all bootleg. And then the last one I have here is the Martin Man, which is a Wolverine bootleg that was done by Monty Keene as well, who did the bootleg Spider-Man. Yeah, like it does Wolverine. But yeah, it's pretty trippy. Oh yeah, look, and here's a female Wolverine, just another chubby girl with big boobs, and she's got the same hair. She's even got some stubble on her beard. So, oh yeah, she's talking this is on TV, talking about Spider-Man dying. Because Spider-Man dies in the bootleg Spider-Man. But then I think he's resurrected. Anyway. Yeah, he does. He looks like a Scott. So that's pretty awesome. This isn't a bootleg, but this is a little indie book I got off Etsy too a while back. Jason Margos. He's awesome. It's called Chop Saw. It's just this big beefy dude who's like going and beating people up. I like this. I have a couple books by him. He did a little sci-fi one too. But I like the format and his art style, and neat little story here. So, like a little small book, but very clear, straightforward, simple colors. Could very easily be printed on newsprint, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. Great art. Nice little self-contained story, but there he is. See, he's done a few books. I have a couple of them. He does almost like little zines of them, but that's the indie showcase for today. I'll show you one more thing I got. I have a lot in the mail this week. This is totally not comics, but this is pretty neat. This guy paints Portuguese houses in watercolor, so I've been following him on YouTube. Look at these. These are all hand painted. Pure watercolor. They're pretty neat. I've been trying to get into watercolor, so I've been kind of studying these. He has a real simple approach too. Surprisingly simple, but other than getting used to watercolor, a lot of his tools are the same as I use, so I'm like, oh, maybe there's a chance someday. But yeah, pretty neat stuff. Yeah, because Francisco Fonseca, but he does Francis.co is his alias. All right, but now, you know what? I taped this page down without putting a protective paper behind it, so I'm just gonna have to live with the consequences. Put this over here, scrap paper. I taped it down so it won't get all warped on me. It was getting all warped putting all this. I don't use. I think I'd mentioned it last week too, but this is what I use to mask my stuff. This liquid latex, which they use for movie masks and stuff on human skin, and it becomes like this rubber adhesive, and then you can just use like a kneaded eraser to start kind of rolling it off when you're done. Because every other like tape and masking film and fluid I've used always mess stuff up. Even this one a little bit in the thick black areas, it started picking up some of the black and mixing it in. I'm like, this is like, it's all platinum carbon black. It's supposed to be the most waterproof solid ink there is, but it still picks it up. So I don't know how to get rid of that, but learning as I go. But yeah, I've got them all masked off here in this panel here as well. Let's see, adjust this so we can see it better. But yeah, the plan is to get all the blood and gore on the ground around him. Stick here. There we go. All right. I have a little fan on too, so if it's causing like some sort of noisy whine in the audio, let me know, but hopefully it won't pick it up. How do I personally do blood? I just do, well, you'll see now I'm going to draw some, but if it's just like little bits, like, you know, say someone got, you know, someone here got punched in the mouth or something, you know, he's like, you know, so he got punched in the mouth, you know, like, fist here came and killed him. Pop. I just kind of, I like to do like little stringy goopy, like you just kind of do like a almost like a blood spray, and you can get sort of thicker ones too. Like it gets thicker as it goes to it, but then just little stringy things that come off it, you know. And then you can do some sort of smearing up on his face, and then you can kind of, you know, do some dots to kind of mix it up, or even make some, you know, depending how bloody you want it to be, you could have it pouring down his chin and everything. Yeah, or maybe some spray up here, little dots. Yeah, and you can kind of thick it up if you want to, depending on how much is coming off. And then, you know, if it's gonna hit a wall here or something, it would be like kind of splat outwards, you know, like an impact or something. That's mostly what I do, and then nowadays I sort of add in some, you can go in and add, with parallel pens. You can add ink spray, but you can also use the parallel pens to sort of knock on some spray. So you can go in and you can either kind of, if you can't see the, see if we can see the parallel pen here. Let's see. I'm always struggling to get it on the vertical, otherwise I wouldn't have trouble here. So there we go. There you go. You kind of see it there. But I have it in the body of a fountain pen, so I can use this ink converter. But you can sit here and just kind of tap it, and it'll leave some dots on it. So like, you kind of see it popping in there. Let's see here. There you go. Seeing it, those droplets there. Or you can actually blow into it. Like if you go in close and just blow sideways between, like this has a flat sort of metal, two metal panels that are stuck together, and they'll you can blow through it and it'll add a spray. So if you go like this, you just kind of go get on an empty area so you can see how it looks. Oop. It's hard to get lined up because you got to blow right in the middle of them there. Oh, come on. I need to get a little more ink flow going through here. Hold up for a couple of, there we go. There we go. It gives you that spray there. So you can kind of, yeah, so you keep getting that spray there. You can blow it again. There we go. Get it even thicker like that, which is what I like doing, that and the tapping. And then I'll do it with a brush too. You get a little more control, but it's pretty drippy right now. Yeah, like hair a little bit. Yeah. The bootlegs, they aren't actually a direct influence on them. I've actually gotten most of these after the fact. Part of the influence was Jim Mahfood's one he did for for Batman. It was called the Savage Street Vigilante, and I'd always wanted to do sort of a Punisher bootleg because I wanted to do just. Well, a lot of the current Punisher, they're kind of going backwards and getting a more gritty Punisher, but for a long time they were making Punisher like this cosmic superhero and like all this stuff teaming up with other characters and just kind of cheesy, and I want him to be just like super violent and gritty and almost like R-rated. So plus I don't want to spend 7 years working at Marvel to try to get a chance to draw my favorite character, so I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it myself. And I was going through some rough times, you know, I had a lot of deaths in the family, and you know, my cat died and had a lot of mental stuff going on, so I kind of wrote this as sort of like a way to get out my inner rage and depression and stuff. So I kind of just did a rage story, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna rage draw this whole thing. It's just gonna be violence and chaos, you know, and blood and everything. So yep. So street level Joyce, yeah, exactly. He stays street level. He doesn't care about the comics code or censors, or I mean, there's no comics code, but there might as well be nowadays with social media judging and everything, their decisions. But let's see here. Grab this. Oh yeah, I'll show you too. What Fantasy Animal Vegan was referring to earlier. I am missing a giant tooth now. My vampire days are now over because I drew. So these Pigma Microns and pretty much any felt tip pens like this that have the little sponge thing in the back, if you take off this bottom cap here, you can take that and then just go in with like some ink and a little syringe and put a few drops in there and it'll refill it, and they're like renewed again, and actually even better because you can kind of overfill it a little bit and it gets more flow. And so you get a nice ink flow going once you refill it. And I was refilling some, and like I was having trouble getting this back cap off, and so I put it between my teeth to pull on it, and like an idiot. And whoa, Rico, what's up? Thanks, dude. Say hello. Thanks for the sub. Woo, woo! Everybody cheer. But yeah, so that'll help pay for my new tooth. No, basically I was biting this, and as I pulled it out, I was pulling on it. It was tighter than I thought, and as I was pulling, it slipped and ended up hitting my what's your canine, which is basically what would be your vampire fang, and it hit it, and I felt my tooth go sideways. This was
hell yeah!
Oh hell yeah! Oh dang, Cruff got gifted a sub. Nice. Oh yeah, just like that. That's how I'm feeling. Nice, Cruff. Thanks, Fantasy. Hell yeah, indeed. Yeah, thanks, dudes. But yeah, so I pulled it and I felt my tooth go sideways, and I freaked out and I kind of pushed it back, and it felt kind of tight. I was like, wait a second, did I imagine it? Did it actually break? You know, it felt tight, and I was like, maybe it's okay. Maybe the tooth came out of its joint and I pushed it back in, you know, but then because it still felt tight, but I was afraid to touch it. And then I started noticing it was actually loose and was kind of half fractured, but hadn't fallen off. So 8:30 the next morning, I went to the doctor, but making the long cringy story short, I thought they could just glue it to fix it, but they couldn't. They had to extract the entire tooth and roots, and it's one of your biggest teeth with the deepest roots in your whole mouth. And I spent 2 hours with the dentist trying to yank it out, and then she sent me to an emergency oral surgeon, and they had to cut it into pieces and basically pull it out. And it was so painful. I'm still sore 4 days later. My mouth is finally a little less swollen, but it still hurts up in there, and I have stitches. They had to extract the whole tooth and put in a bone graft and stitch it up. And then I have to sit there here for 2 more months so they could put a stud in. And then and then 2 months later after that, heals, then they're going to put the crown on. So I'm basically getting a tooth implant to replace it. So it'll be great in the end, but it's going to take several months of me living with this gigantic gap in my teeth. So I'm going to look like a crackhead walking around. But with my mustache and my lips, they kind of way my teeth fit under my lips, it actually doesn't really show that much. So most of the time people won't notice, but it still sucks. Feeling that big old gap in my teeth. Ooh, it was brutal. I do not recommend it. I'm so sore from it right now. It stings. And I've been on heavy penicillin antibiotics. So, but anyway, let's get some of our aggression about that tonight. I'm kind of experimenting a bit too. Let me bring this back out too, because what I want to do. So this guy's laying on the ground. He's standing over him, and he's been shot in the back several times. So there's gonna be blood spraying out the back. He's got this wrench in his face from the front where there's going to be blood from that. So I kind of want to do these blood smears that circle around here and circle around here, and then a bunch of other spray and gunk going off. So I'm going to try to do it actually with the brush, but I'm going to put some ink in this first. Let's see here. Sorry, one sec, I misplaced the one thing I need, which is the ink. Oh, here it is. Yeah, these are what I use. Oh, so if you guys are curious though, thanks for subscribing. Oh, I didn't know Stream Elements would put that on there. Yeah, thanks again, Rick Cole. That was awesome. And thanks, Fantasy Animal Vegan. That's awesome. And yeah, I didn't know Fantasy had subscribed last week, and I didn't even know people could do that yet on Twitch. I found out because I'm not monetized yet, but what it does is it gives me stream credit, so I could use it to like buy bits and stuff for like Anthony Wheeler's stream until I'm monetized. Then they'll actually pay out cash. Yeah, bone graft for the implant. So they like put it, I don't know, I think it's like a goop or something that fuses to your skull in the shape of where your roots would be. But they put that in there, and then they basically sewed the gums over it, stitched them over it to heal. Oh, oh man, yeah, that'd be brutal because you're like so much more messed up. Yeah, so just this one tooth, and it didn't even hurt when I broke it. The only part that hurt was them actually trying to yank the tooth later, thankfully, because it was real close to the root. But anyway, enough about that. People are gonna get all skeeved out. But supply talk here. If you guys are refilling all your fountain pens, it'll work for microns. It'll work for what are the Copic multiliners, and it'll also work for this brand, which I use, the Uni pin ones. And you can either take this back cap off here, oops, and or you can take, if you have a little X-Acto, you can get this little kind of silver tip, the nib here off of it, and there'll be an empty hole in there. And then yeah, you just take a dropper or a syringe and put like 3 or 4 drops in. And I use Rapidograph Universal is the best for it. There's a Rapidograph Ultra Draw. I'm not sure. Yeah, these were getting dried out too, so but they're still in really good shape. I even have a couple of Pitt pens, and I love Pitt pens, but they would dry out the fastest out of all of them. So I'm gonna refill a couple of those. But there's these are the Rapidograph inks. This is Universal, but there's also a Rapidograph Universal. There's also a Rapidograph Ultra Draw, but they're different kind of inks. I forget which is which. One's a pigment ink and one's a dye. So they definitely will affect your pens different as far as flow. But I know other people, and there's a lot of like YouTube videos of people like Walden Wong is a comic book inker. He shows you exactly how to refill them here and take them apart. And they all use Universal. Pop Man does it too. So and I've actually been using that, as well as I have a white bottle of the Rapidograph ink that this I haven't put in a pen or anything, although it's tempting to put it in a felt tip pen, see if it would work. But I use these also to like use for my brushes, because you can just go and kind of dip a few drops on it on the brush and then just do some splatter without using too much, because it has this little kind of built-in dropper that you can use, which is pretty easy. So I'll be doing that a bit today. But for starters, I'm just going to dip a little of the Rapidograph in a little bowl here off to the side, so we can do some experimenting. Oh, whoops. And it's already trying to make a big old mess. There we go. All right. There we go. I already got ink all over my fingers. Haven't even started yet. But yeah, all right. So I just have a little bit of ink in this bowl here, and I'm just gonna kind of put the brush in it a little bit. She only needs a bit. I think I'd like to kind of, I don't know if I should do it going away from me. Let's see. There, something like that would be cool. Like this smear, I think that would be cool. Let's see here. Let's see here. I think I gotta dry it out a bit and then it works better. Yeah. Like, yeah, it's like at that. That's like the prime amount. Let's see. I'm just gonna go in and do it. Let's try it. There you go. There we go. Yeah, actually, I always refill my cartridge pens with platinum carbon black too, actually, because that's the one that flows best through them. Through like refillable felt pens I have, and also fountain pens, because you definitely don't want to use Rapidograph ink on a fountain pen. It'll destroy it. It's not meant for that kind of flow. It's more meant for dip pens, and it's like a different sort of thickness from other inks because it's meant for the Rapidograph technical pens. So I don't know enough of the science to know the details behind that, though. Just going off like pretty universal recommendations for the right inks to use for those. So, because I have a Japanese refillable pen that I use that, show you this. I have this one, and if you open it up, it's just a felt tip pen, but it has a ink converter in it. And oh, it's almost out. But I put platinum carbon black in that because it's an actual ink converter. So I don't know what's in here that's different about the flow. Might be different than most felt pens. So because I can use carbon black, but I don't think carbon black would work for like a Copic marker. So all right, let's see. Let's get a little more of this going here. A little drier here. There we go. Just make a big old friggin' mess of it. Go. Oh yeah, here's our. This is like one brand. I have this one too, Ado. It's I forget what brand. It's Meister, I think is the brand. But yeah, I wouldn't even recommend these though, because I actually really like it. But you can't really. I wanted it because you could replace the tips, but they're harder to find now. I think they're kind of being discontinued or something. It's a Japanese brand, so it's hard to find info anyway. But from what I've been finding, like Jet Pens used to sell them, and they have certain refills for certain sizes, but some of the smaller sizes they don't have anymore, and they're never going to be restocking on it. So, all right. So I got that, but then also get some of the ink spray here. I guess this is like off screen for, it's behind his head, so let's get that down a little bit. There you go. Kind of getting some of these little fine sprays mixed in here, and then I'll probably do a few taps with the bigger stuff too. Let's see. Oh, a little better. I think I can go and see. Get a little more ink. There we go. I think if I go, yeah, so here's another way you can do it too. Yeah, you could use an eyedropper. I actually have these. I actually like these better. These are syringes, but the tip of it is like the size of needle you'd use for draw. It's like a drawing needle, which is actually a friend of ours takes testosterone, and he has a whole ton of these with these drawing needles that are supposed to take the testosterone out of the bottle because it's so thick, but then you use a smaller needle to inject it. So I don't have those, but I got the thicker needle, which is perfect for extracting ink actually and putting it in your pens. So it's about the same size as ones you can buy. You can buy refillers. Let's see. Let me show you this real quick. This is another thing you can do to spray inks. Is like you get it on the brush here, you go under a credit card, edge of a credit card, and just you can just start sort of flicking it on the end there. I'll show you how I do it on here though, and it'll, because you don't want it to be all little tiny speckles like this. It's nice to get a variety. So and this gives you a little more control too. And let it dry a bit. Yeah, let's see. There you go. Might be kind of hard. There's such tiny specks. I hope you can see, but tough. Plus, I have this taped down, so I can't turn the paper, so I'm trying to adjust my body. But here, I'll put some over here. Yeah, there you go. And see how it gets some bigger drops, so it gets some nice variety in there. Yeah. Gives you a little more control on direction too. But also, since it's blood, I want to get like some really big droplets too off of that parallel pen. So let's see here. I have another one too. I have two Franken pens that are fountain pens I converted to parallel pens. So this one's the same thing, but it's just a different size. Yeah, looks cool. Fun. Get a little ink flowing here. Sometimes I wear black gloves while I do this because my hands get so dirty and I can just take them right off, but it's a pain to go through all that just to do some quick inks too, so I just get my hands dirty. Just gotta remember to wipe this shite off. Yeah, black thumb. Black thumb. Alright. But yeah, same thing. This, like, you can just kind of tap it. Let's see. Yeah, ink gets everywhere. Let's see. This one's not as juicy. I might have to use the other one. There we go. Yeah. Getting some bigger drops. I don't know if you can see it there. Yeah. Sorry if that was blurry before. But yeah, you can see some bigger drops coming here, like. So yeah. But let me grab this other one. It's even juicier. Juicy. This is my other one. But I have this one I have modified even more. I cut one of the little plastic pieces off that holds those flat tips together, and it makes ink flow through it more, so it's a lot more drippy and wet. But works great when you're drawing with a parallel pen. Yeah, black gloves and needles from a friend. Yeah, exactly. Now that's legit from Testosterone, though. It's pretty funny. Let's see. All right. Oh yeah, there we go. Some big drops, like real blood spray. Yeah, this one's way more juicy. Kind of blow it a little bit. Oh yeah. Some trailing blood there, like that. Oh yeah, little happy accidents. See. Get some little trailing there. It's kind of cool. Let's see, get a little more. Oh yeah. Cool, like that. That's looking pretty bloody and nasty to me. I think, let's see. I need to get a little more just spray here too. 1 sec. So step back here, because that's the guy's leg and it's blown out too. I want to get a little more blood back there. Kind of just behind him. A little more leak. And then you have another brush that's just for white, and I'll kind of do the same thing. Put a little bowl, but I'll probably do that later. Once I finish this page, it'll kind of be the last step. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, get this stuff all pretty saturated though. All the way. Like an artery. Totally hit an artery on this dude. That'll be pretty cool. Hopefully it looks cool. I've been just experimenting with this stuff based on some other people like Jonathan Swayzak. Or Jonathan Wayshak, not Swayze. It's Patrick Swayze. No, Wayshak. He does a lot of this stuff too, with like ink spray and watercolor and stuff. I'm also drinking a little coffee, and it's difficult to drink because I have to like turn my head sideways and let it pour in just the left side of my mouth, so it doesn't get in my big gaping tooth hole. That's the thing. Like all week, I've only been able to eat like bananas, and applesauce, and soup. And stuff and smoothies, because I can't have anything hard and crunchy obviously, but even just mushy or chunky things you can get in there. So oh yeah, that's definitely in there too, that Bloody Samurai manga. Yeah, just a lot of that stuff I kind of remember in the back of my head. It's cool. I think that's probably what influenced a lot of those guys too. So the only drawback is now I gotta let it dry for quite a while. So what can I draw now? Let's see here. I'll tape it here too. Thanks, dude. Yeah, hopefully it'll be alright. I think a couple more days, a lot of the pain will start subsiding, and then I'll be okay. I just have to deal with that gaping hole. And like, it's like a week or two, and the whole wound should be healed up and stuff. Like enough that I can eat normally. Alright, got that. I'm hoping it'll dry here pretty quick. Hang on. I got a fan blowing on it to try to dry it quickly. because I'd like to be able to pull off the stuff during the stream, if possible. The little goopy stuff, the masking stuff. Yeah. So, what do you guys think the chances are that Mr. Wheeler will stream late tomorrow night? I have a feeling it's not going to happen because he's going to be getting back in town and he's going to be with the family. He's like, oh, Saturday evening. Everyone loses energy at night, you know? Except for me, that's when I'm streaming.
Thank you, my mistress. Thank you, my mistress. Again, my mistress. Thank you, my mistress. Thank you, my mistress.
Thank you, my mistress. Thank you. What's up, all mankind? Oh, hey, what's up, all mankind? Speaking of Anthony Wheeler and Chaotic Draw Along, since he's going to be taking over. Yeah, I know, it kind of doubled up. I'm not sure what happened there. I gotta fix that. Cool. I like your. I don't know if you're. Yeah, what's up, dude? Oh, Fave is an. Fav or Fave, that's an easier way to say your name because Fantasy Animal Vegan's a lot to say each time you say it. I say fantasy a lot, but yeah. Even though I know your real name too, but fun to go by everyone's aliases. I know your real name is Bob. Bobula, right? No, just kidding. Alright. Let me cover up some of this ink so I don't spill it while I'm doing other stuff. You know, oops. There's this other guy, Mello. We're gonna do a collab, and I'm gonna draw She-Ra for him. I gotta draw that too. Let's see here. All right, let's get this out of the way. So yeah, this is what we just did, all mankind. It's a little hard to tell what's going on now, but I have. This is my comic, my character. Let me zoom out here. Ooh, that's looking pretty cool from a distance. I'm liking it. But he's standing over this dead body. This guy's been shot in the back, and so I'm doing all this like ink spray and stuff around to do all the blood. So I have all the masking fluid I can pull off once it's done. Oh, He-Man. I haven't seen He-Man yet, but it's on streaming services now, so I think I'm gonna watch it this weekend. I'm excited to see it. I was just kind of lazy about going out to the theater when it was out, and I kind of missed it, so unfortunately. So I'm a huge fan. I'm really excited for it. I'll probably like it regardless because I'm just so nostalgic about it. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna do a little sketching while we're here too. You all like cool with that? Yeah, I hope it's good. I also want to see Mandalorian and Grogu. I recently saw Obsession. Holy moly. Good movie. That's a trip. Let's see here. Hang on. What else did I have? Oh yeah. We were gonna go see Odyssey, but it's sold out at all the IMAXs for like weeks ahead, so we're actually gonna go see Evil Dead Rise tomorrow. So it'll be cool. It's my wife's and my well, it's our 9-year anniversary married, but 14 years together. So yeah, it's such yeah, we're gonna actually go see it. We got tickets on like a Sunday, like 11 p.m. show 2 weeks from now. So that's the earliest we could get a ticket. Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how fast it's gone by. But yeah, so we're gonna go get sushi at our favorite sushi place, and we're gonna go see a real romantic movie since we couldn't get into this Odyssey. We're gonna go see Evil Dead Rise. Yeah, the ticket prices are insane. We don't go very often, but everyone, you know, for like a big IMAX event like that, we wanted to go. So, and we're gonna go see Evil Dead Rise just because we already made plans to go out and stuff. But yeah, while that dries and while we're hanging here, I'm gonna do some sketchbook work too, just some doodling here. But hang on, let me get Pinterest open just for some interesting visuals. Some like free-form character design and stuff. But there's this artist on Instagram I follow who does this that I kind of like. can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he'll go in and he'll take like some acrylic paint or something, put it on a roller, and then just kind of roll across the page to give like a rough sort of color thing, and he'll just kind of draw on top of it. And I like that a lot, so I've been experimenting with it. This one turned out okay, but I'm not way into this one. So it's also way too dark. I think this red's too dark. So, but this was kind of cool. I was playing with this, some more ink spray, and just experimenting. So I want to do stuff like this is kind of the stuff that's been influencing me. Yeah, these are acrylic inks. Or, well, not acrylic ink. Well, okay, so I've been playing with different ones. Like this orange is an acrylic ink. It's the this stuff, the FW. Oops, this stuff. Which I like this. This one on, yeah, this Daler Rounding FW inks. So I like that. It went down real thin, but it's pretty opaque. So, but I also have just a couple acrylic paints I got too. I got like a neon blue and just a dark red, but it's kind of too dark of a red, I think, for this. But yeah, the stuff I've been experimenting with, this is the stuff I was talking about, like Wayshak. I could see this. I mean, he's a master. He's been doing this for like 20 years, but you can see he does like this sort of cross hatching, but he also does like ink splatter and scratchy lines going across it, and then he goes in with black splatter, he goes in with white splatter, he does some colored pencil in there and stuff. It's very multimedia and really fun, and he'll bust this stuff out fast too. He does a once a month live stream with another artist, and they interview other artists, and he'll do it live on stream. He'll do stuff like this. But yeah, he's pretty wacky stuff. This is just his sketchbook. He was a super solid guy too. Like I bought one of his sketchbooks, like his like cheapest, smallest one, because it was all it was in stock. And like a month and a half went by, and I just went to check in with him. I was like, hey, you know, because I know it's just him, sending him out of his house, so I wasn't gonna be pushy. But I was like, hey, just checking in. I ordered that book like 6 weeks ago, and it never came. You know, it's like if you're just on deadlines, totally don't worry about it. I just wanted to make sure you hadn't sent it and it got lost or stolen in the mail or something, you know. And he wrote back, he's like, oh man, I'm sorry, I'll send you something out with a couple extra goodies in it for me. And I was like, oh dude, I appreciate that. You don't even have to do that. I'm not upset at all, you know, and I don't mean to rush you or anything. This is one of his other ones too. But he ended up sending 2 more sketchbooks, both of which are more expensive and are out of print on his site. So I have 3 of his sketchbooks now, and they're awesome. These are the 2 small ones, and then I have kind of a more in 1/2 by 11 size one. But yeah, these are really fun to look at. It's so kind of gestural and fun. So, but yeah, even if you go to his, I think it's just Wayshak is his Instagram handle. The stuff he posts up there is it's mostly stuff kind of like this cover, and it's really got a lot of fun energy to it. So I've been doing my kind of sad imitations of that, like with this, trying to figure out how he does it. You know, like this was the same as these. I just put like a blue wash, and then I just started doodling on top of it, and I don't know if it's a man or a woman. It was going to be a woman at first with a big nose, but then kind of a manly jaw and has Howard Stern hair. You know? So, but you know, getting there, trying to find my own style out of it too. So, but yeah, and then you guys probably saw this on the Wheeler thing if you were there. Little Spider-Man in a junkyard. Yeah, I wanted to do more on that day too, but I was trying to keep up with work stuff, and I was pretty beat up and sore from the dentist that day. So let's see. Howard Stern by way of zigzag. He's got that iconic hair though. Let's see. I want to draw some weird festival people. Let me see. Hoping I can just do some of this and then get into the peeling up that masking fluid. 1 sec here. I'm just getting my... Alright, yeah, this will be good. Just kind of the reference, if you can see. Let's see. But yeah, just kind of straight to it. Let me see. Actually, I'm gonna tape this because one thing about my sketchbook is I'll start drawing, and 30 seconds into it I'll have slid it off camera, and then I'll spend the entire drawing chatting, looking down, and so this will kind of help me keep it in place. Oh, cool. Yeah, it was right at the end because I didn't think I was going to have time to do any, but I wanted to do the Junkyard one. I had an idea to do that mech version of it, so I did it. Oh, thanks, dude. I like yours too. I actually caught the tail end of your stream this morning, All Mankind, and I saw you'd started streaming pretty early in the day, and I was like, I forgot that this wasn't the day you were filling in for Chaotic Draw Along, and I was like, wait, is he gonna stream all day and then do Chaotic Draw Along later? But yeah, so I just got the last 10 minutes of it before you logged off and did a raid. But yeah, because I like your art too. It's fun. I just well, yeah, we followed each other yesterday and stuff. So I don't remember seeing your stuff in the have you been doing the Chaotic Draw Along the last 2 or 3 weeks? I don't remember which ones you had done in the Discord in there, if you've done them. Sorry, I'm just trying to cap my inks so I don't spill them later. Where did I set? I set it somewhere and now I can't find it. Oh, it tipped over. Shit. Put a couple drops on the table. I just don't want to end up sticking my hand in it later and smearing it everywhere. There is no way to be clean with inks no matter how careful you are. It's kind of crazy. There we go. Alright. Pull out the Peter fountain pen here. Oh, okay, yeah. Same here. I've just been... Well, partly too, this comic page, I did 4 weeks in a row of the Chaotic Draw Along and did some pretty fun ones, but then I was like, man, I need to finish my comics soon, so I'm trying to get back into it, and I think I'm out of ink. Darn it. I'm gonna use this fountain pen, but it's out of ink, yeah. I'm gonna use this, because it's got a flex nib on it, so. Oh, you got a new chair? What kind of chair? Is it one of those fancy office ones that are $1,000? I have one of those actually, but I got it refurbished. Sorry, hold on one sec. I'm just refilling the ink here. I'll be right there. My table's too slanted to do it on camera, but yeah, if anyone doesn't know, you just for these piston filler ones, you have this little piece on the back here, and you basically just dip the whole nib into the inks, and you'll unscrew this all the way. There's a little bit. There's still a bit in there. Hang on. There you go. But yeah, then you just twist it and it'll suck it up into it once you just put the whole nib in there. So for those fountain pen enthusiasts out there. All right. Sorry about that. It's like dead air. There's nothing on screen. Okay. There we go. Yay! It's working! It's working! Oh, yeah, those are nice. I would have gotten one of those, but I have a weird thing. I think it's just because I'm a big guy too, but even the most padded, high-quality chairs that have padding, they eventually hurt my ass and feel hard after a few weeks or so, or long term. So I've always gotten the ones that have the webbing mesh for the seat, and those are the ones that always work. And none of the Secret Labs ones have that, so I haven't gotten one. But otherwise, I'd probably have one now too. All right. Let's get back to drawing this lady. Let's see. Yeah, this oops. It's coming untaped. Come on. I like this flex nib because you can get some nice line variation in it. No, it's railroading on me too. Come on. I just used this a bunch yesterday and it was flowing fine. I think it's just because it was empty. I gotta get it flowing again here. It'll get warmed up. Yeah, see, I'd always do that too, adding pillows to it and stuff too. So, but even newer chairs, I started doing that. I was like, dang it, I'm paying for this chair. All right, well, there we go. There we go. Now I'll move it out of camera. Let's see. I got this one too. Is this the one? No. Is this the other flex nib one? No, where did it? Sorry. My other flex nib. Oh, here it is. Screw it. All right, here we go. So let's see. I don't know if you guys have seen, I don't remember the name of the blog, but there used to be a blog where this guy takes photos of people at county fairs and stuff, and they're like the oddest, weird people. Oh, interesting. All mankind. I have the opposite problem because I'm in LA and it's like dry and they clog up real easy. Yeah. What kind of ink are you using in it, Vegan? I think, didn't you say you use Noodler's ink or something like that? I'm sorry, I don't speak Nib. Yeah, I've gotten way into the fountain pen speak lately. Again, I just need to turn extra light. I realized I'm missing some lights here. There we go. Ah, bright light. So I was getting too many shadows. Now I can see what I'm doing. All right. Okay. Yeah. Castle Blue. Yeah, yeah. I have a lot of ones I've been trying out for different things, and about half of them I really like, and others I'm like kind of eh. But I do like this. I finally got a flex nib, which works like a crow quill, but it's smoother. It's not all scratchy like some of them are. So that's kind of nice. So I've been into this one because it's like smooth ball, a ball nib on the end. It's like here. But yeah, I guess you can kind of see my, like I was showing my ref here. It's like people from fairs with like strange faces, but they're perfect looking people. Here's some others you can see, just odd looking people. They're perfect for doing stuff kind of like Wheeler did on his workshop last week too, with drawing when we drew Einstein and stuff, just kind of trying to draw kind of stylized versions of them, caricatures. Got these tiny little lips with lipstick. They're so tiny though. She's like got a huge head, tiny lips. Yeah, it's great for character practice and just kind of fun. You inadvertently kind of learn how to draw like a lot of, even though their heads are weird, a lot of the time it'll be like kind of extreme versions of facial features, and it actually makes drawing the regular facial features a little easier sometimes. Let's see here. Ivy Pennywise, what's up? Welcome. I'm drawing a thing from Pinterest. It's this photographer who takes pictures of odd-looking people from like county fairs, like in the Midwest and stuff. So, kind of doing that to get some practice sketching in. And I'm waiting for this. We inked this earlier, and it's all masked off. It's all bloody. So I'm waiting for it to dry so that I can peel off the masking and kind of see what it's going to look like. Ooh, it's a little blown out. Hold on 1 second. I think I can lower this here. Yeah, that's a little better. Not quite as blown out. Hey, thanks. Yeah, I forget the name of it. If you look on Pinterest, just look at, if you search like strange looking people and maybe county fairs or something, it'll come up. But the guy has a whole Instagram and a website too. I just can't remember it off the top of my head. And actually I looked up on Pinterest because I couldn't remember it myself to actually go to his site the other day. But yeah, there's a lot of really odd looking people that are really fun to draw. So let's see here. Yeah, this lady's facial shape is a trip because like she's got the big double chin, but her double chin sort of starts higher than her cheek. So it's like her big old ear here. Should get the kind of go. Huge. Yeah, this lady's features are a trip. Oh yeah, fantasy. Hey, have you tried using Adobe Fresco at all to animate with? I kind of like that better than Procreate or Procreate. I haven't really hardly messed with Procreate Dreams. It's definitely got more features, but Fresco has got a lot of really cool stuff, and it's really easy to animate in. I think, yeah, Anthony was talking about it on stream too, but I've been messing with it a few months, and it's really cool. Yeah, it's on the iPad. There's actually, if you look it up, there's a guy on YouTube called Chris Piasek. It's Piascik. and he does all his work on Fresco, and he has a lot of tutorials on it too, on how to use it and stuff. You barely know what it is. Do you work on an iPad though, Ivy, or how do you do art usually? Assuming you're an artist. Yeah, it's actually, if you, it actually might even be free. I'm not sure because I still pay for the Creative Cloud because I use it for a lot of work things and personal stuff I already had going, so I can't quite break away from it. Plus, I've tried some of the alternatives for some, like I've tried DaVinci for the instead of Premiere, and if I didn't have Premiere and I just started on that, it would be fine. But since I already have Premiere, I don't know. I'm sticking with that for now. As much as I'm annoyed with Adobe right now, I just don't like it. But the other thing about Fresco is like I learned recently that all the Adobe programs are almost like their own separate company. It's not just Adobe controlling everything. So the Fresco group, they're all actually very anti-AI, with Adobe adding all this AI stuff to their products. But like, with Fresco, yeah, it's like just a small team of people and making it, and they'll never have AI in it. And they have some things that you would think is AI, like they have this feature that you can draw a character and it'll actually make like a rig on them so you can like repose your drawing slightly. But you would think it's using AI, but it's legitimately not. And it's like a real cool way to either animate your character or even just reposition them slightly. It's hard to explain. If you go to that Piasek guy's thing too, he'll explain it, but it's hard to explain in words without showing it, Let's see. I'm almost done with this girl. I'll go to the next one. She is. I just have a mix on, but this song's funny. It's a very gay club anthem. Sprout from Dandy's World? I don't actually know who that is, actually. I'll have to look it up though and see. There we go. I'll go in with Oh, another thing you can do if you're refilling pens, like I was saying. Oh, he's a Roblox character. Okay, I haven't done any Roblox. I don't know. I'll have to look it up and see. But yeah, I haven't done Roblox. I've done plenty of Minecraft, but not in Roblox. If you guys use these are the ones that Anthony Wheeler uses too. These Furunosuke ones. These are the same thing. If you can pry out this tip, or take off this back thing, and it has that sponge, and you can refill it with ink too. Logan, what's up? How's it going? Thanks for stopping by and hanging. I was just doing some sketches of weird people on Pinterest for some practice here. Fill in her hair a little bit here. Let me see. Oh, okay. He's a little strawberry dude. Alright. We're doing Sprout then. Sprout's coming up. Sprout might be hanging out on the page here with this woman, actually. I think I'll put him in the background. Yeah, these are great to refill with some rapidograph ink though too, because these dry out quick, but they're great pens when they're flowing well, flowing nicely. But yeah, I use up their ink quick. All right. I don't know much about Sprout, but do you think they'd want to hang out with this woman at the county fair, eating turkey legs and I don't know, popcorn and churros and hot dogs and everything? Because I'm sure she eats quite a bit at the fair. You need a lot of calories to keep up with all that sitting around, you know. Let's see. All right, let's see. This could be a disaster. This isn't my usual style of character, but I'll see. I think he makes cupcake. Oh, well, perfect, because this lady probably loves cupcakes. So there we go. All right, we're gonna do this. Here we go. I want to smear this. Hang on. Well, thanks, Logan. Appreciate it. All right, so. Oh wait. Strawberry things here. Thanks. I'm hoping I'm doing them justice. Is it a he or a she? Because they do wear pink a lot. Kind of peeking up over the shoulder here and holding up with their hand right here. They have a little. Go. It's probably a little extreme to stretch their arm all the way over here, but I wanted them offering a cupcake to this lady. I don't know any German, sorry. One thing the only thing I know about German, Logan, is I know Underberg. I love Underberg, especially when you've eaten too much or drank too much. Hey Moon, what's up? Yeah, we're drawing a Sprout here. I hope this is I should have drawn Sprout a little taller so you could see the scarf and stuff. But yeah, Sprout's offering a cupcake to this lady over here. Hang on, let me get. I think the ink bottle I used is getting low too because this pen didn't fill up as much as I thought, but I don't want to deal with it. I'm gonna go and use this. There we go. My real name's Jason, other than Ginger Bear. Alright, let's see here. I'm gonna do this too. I'm gonna make a little. I'm gonna draw Sprout twice. It's gonna be a Sprout clone. Because I want to draw Sprout's little scarf too. I like their scarf. Maybe kind of squeezed in here like, ugh. Do gotta make one little correction here though. Gotta erase her double chin there. I can draw Sprout's hair through there. Just a little bit of white. Yeah, Sprout's not smiling in this one though. Kind of stuck down there in this sweaty area. Leon Sprout has the little cheek thingies there. Yeah, there's little strawberry juice squeezing out. Okay, there we go. How does Sprout talk? Poor Sprout. Or Lucky Sprout, depending on, you know. Maybe he feels comforted here, like those cats that just like to be smushed. They like the feeling of the security, so. But yeah, here's Sprout here making their cupcakes. There you go, a little bit happier. I gotta fill it in too. Let's see. Here. Go. Yeah, right. Well, hey, got some greens in there. Just checking this stuff. This might be almost ready. Let's see. Hope this isn't too adult of stuff to have in here after drawing Sprout. And oh, Sprout doesn't like physical touch. Wow. Well, then I think Sprout is in hell right now. Right there, being squeezed in there. Should have drawn Sprout running away over here. Sprout, oops, turned off there. Here, give Sprout their little red cheeks. Here we go. And the little okay. Here we go. Gotta get the little stripes and the thing there. There we go. We got the pink cupcake. There we go. Get a little color in there. Yeah. Legendary, yeah. Cool, thanks, Ivy. I'm glad you like it. First time out. Yeah. All right, there we go. There we go. I like Sprout. Sprout's cute. Interesting fan art of Sprout, though. There's so many different ways. Like someone has a bolt, so like screwed into Sprout's head on one. A lot of cute plush toys, though. That's pretty cute, Sprout. Pretty cute little style there. All right, let's see here. Oop. Get another weird. I'm gonna do another weird person here, and then see if I can peel off that masking stuff. Let's see. Oh, so many to choose from. All right, here. Turn the page. Going with one more here. Let's see here. Oh, okay. So that must have been the Berry Beast one I saw then, with the bolts in the neck. Yeah. All right, this will be interesting. I like this lady I ran across. She's pretty interesting looking. Do her. Focus going there. All right. Taking a weird approach to drawing this too. I'm starting with the neck and working my way up. Just got such a strange neck. Like a tiny bird neck coming out to a giant head. A Moira Rose cosplay, yeah. I could see that. But look at her neck. It like almost like a tiny neck sprouts onto this gigantic head. It's such a strange shape. Let's see. It's always interesting to start from a different angle and draw, almost like drawing upside down or something, you know. See how things turn out. Right. She's got a really big space between her nose and her lips, too. It's a trip. Using the flex nib. Yeah, she got like such a thick lower eyelid, and then she puts eyeliner on underneath it, but it makes this like white line in between them and makes it look odd. God, you know what she reminds me of? Her facial shape is so odd, her forehead and stuff. She actually reminds me of, I don't know if anyone's, not trying to get political here, but if you've ever seen a picture of Trump's parents, especially his dad, who had like, he's missing a big chunk of his forehead, I think from like a cancer or something disease. A really ugly, weird looking dude. But both his parents are very odd looking. And this lady's head very much reminds me of his dad's head shape. Alright. Smexy. Okay. I don't know if this lady's as cute as Sprout, but she's fun to draw. Oh yeah, she's got like a... Makeup's a trip. She has this... It's mostly covered by her hair, but she has this big black, like, brow shape. So yeah, it's mostly... There we go. Oops. Man, she's strange. Yeah, yeah. I don't... What is Alan Green Pepper from? That sounds so familiar, but I'm not... Should know what that is, but... Not ringing a bell. Yeah, this lady's quite the character. She'd make a cool character in a show. Which we're gonna get really easy here. Pulling out the brush pen. Yeah, weird is always fun to draw for sure. It's almost like it gives you more freedom to kind of screw it up or draw things wrong too, because it might work because they're so weird to begin with, so it won't look like you screwed up. Yeah. Alright. And then I just gotta draw her. I like her sort of furry cowl she wears around her neck, though. Better not be real animal hair. By the looks of this lady, though, she probably insists that it's real. Made from the finest foxes in the forest. Upper East Side squirrel, yeah. They're the color of their coats are the best up there on the east side. That could actually be true, because if I was going to use squirrel to make a fur coat, I would go up to Vancouver. 'Cause those squirrels are like this sort of dark brown, almost black. And they're really cool looking. Yeah, she might. Whose skin would this be? Gotta be sort of a humanoid character. She definitely looks sassy. She has her way of doing things, and she does not bend for anyone. You better be willing to accommodate her. Or there'll be hell to pay. There'll be hell to pay. That's how she would sound. Listen, Sonny. Do you know who I am? I do not bend. I've been doing it this way for 57 years. I don't expect me to change now for you. Oh, but you like my shawl? Why, thank you. Maybe there is some good left in the world. Just kidding. I see through your tricks, young man. You just want something, don't you? It's always something. Yeah, I'm making a whole backstory for this lady. She also looks like she could be on Sex and the City. She's a curator for art galleries in New York. I could spend all night doing this for her. What am I gonna do? I'm just gonna do it down a little bit to sort of complete the bust here. So this one's gonna be kind of. But I didn't even check my levels. I hope my music hasn't been too loud over my talking. I mean, no one's really mentioned it, so I assume it's alright. But, wasn't sure. I'm using a new pair of headphones, so I had to kind of readjust some of the levels. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Just a little more. Under her chin there. Actually, just gonna go in with a tiny bit of, well, let's see, is it here? It's amazing how many art supplies I'll pull out in a short time when I'm streaming, and I still sitting right beside me, yet I can't find it. Any of it. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Rock and roll popping frog accord. Is that a prompt? Let's see here. All right. It's crazy how high her nose is up from her lip here. It's like twice as far as normal people. I'm betting this is a wig though that she's wearing. Oh, nice. I gotta get into making some emotes. I want to. That's another reason I want to jump into Fresco too. You can make easy little loops and stuff with it. Animate. Yeah, it kind of does. I probably made it look a little more thinner than hers, but hers isn't all that much thicker. It's just really. Oops, it's actually got a little. That's kind of what hers is like. It's more just kind of. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, her face is pretty skeletal. It's all just kind of sagged. All right. Fucking clog dancing with the light. Whoa, that's interesting. Not what I would have expected you to say. So that's cool. That's cool. Well, thanks for hanging out, dude. I'm actually gonna wrap it up pretty soon too. I actually was just gonna check this real quick and see if it'll peel off now, if it's dry enough. And then I'm probably gonna call it a night myself. Let's see. The big reveal. Let's see how this works. The VTuber, yeah. Does this guy look like he'd be into bluegrass? Bring your partner round and round. Square dancing. Alright. Let's see, this is all new too, so hopefully this doesn't end up being an embarrassing disaster, peeling this stuff off. Make sure it's definitely dry. Okay, seems like it. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right, let's see here. Trying to figure out how to get this started without smearing. But I just need to get like an edge started. See if I can peel it off here. Yeah, there we go. Yes, if anyone didn't see before, see it peels off almost like a monster mask you put on someone's face. It's so cool. Took off a little ink with it, but that's alright. That's where it was kind of absorbing the ink last night too. Dang it. There we go. Go. Yes, I can. What's up, Second Favor? How you doing, man? Yeah, that's the problem with all these things. They either pull off ink or they tear paper, which they've all torn paper, which is something that bugs me the most. I can handle re-inking little spots. But if you're gonna tear a piece of paper with it, this took up a little piece there, but that's fixable. But other ones were like pulling huge chunks off. Yeah, that's looking pretty cool though. I love the thing that comes off too, because if you guys didn't see earlier, this is what I use now. This was recommended by, actually on that guy Wayshak's channel, an artist they were interviewing. He said he uses this in it because he was having similar issues where a lot of masking tapes and stuff weren't peeling off correctly, or they're too strong. But yeah, this is coming off pretty good overall. So, and then all I have to do is, I should have done this before, but I was having too much fun and I was too excited to do a splatter. But I just got out of the background, which is like some trees here and the corner of a garage, and then this is like a driveway. I'll just have to put some rubble and stuff in there, so it won't be too much. And also I have this panel now, which is sort of framed by the grime and stuff. And here we go. Oh, see, it pulled off a little paper there. Son of a... But I can just re-ink that little spot. You know what I should have done? I'll try it next time. Here, I'm gonna try something. This is a oops, sorry. This is a Fav trick, if you haven't heard of it. Using a heat gun to get stuff off. Fantasy Animal Vegan. So nowhere in Virginia, so I drove up here to spend the week with them. Oh wow, all the way from China. Funny, a good friend of mine is visiting China right now. I'm gonna heat this up, see if this helps to remove it a little bit here. But that's a trick I learned from Fantasy Animal Vegan, and it can help get your tape off too if you kind of heat it up a little bit before you put it on. Try to get this here. It helps loosen it up a little. I'm not quite sure how hot it's safe to get it too. We'll find out. Oh god, I can't imagine that. From skin? It gets so hot so fast. Sounds horrible. What? I take it you learned from experience? Yikes. Alright, so just a little more, and I need both hands. Yeah, see, pulled off little pieces of paper here, which always happens to me. But thankfully those are easy fixes. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I'm kind of doing it by hand, but you can also go in with like one of these kneaded erasers and it'll kind of help you roll it off too. Especially in places where maybe the stuff went on thinner and it doesn't pull off in a big piece like this cleanly. Yeah, and like these little edges. There we go. Yeah. Just taking it all off. Yeah. Take it all off. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, there we go. I think it's all off of there now. Oh. Yeah, and then I'll probably go in and add some little white edges to this too. But from a distance, here, let me zoom out a little more. Kind of see the full effect. Which, that looks pretty cool, I think. So, some of the blood got a little thick on the back. I want to show that his jacket is shredded from all the gunshots in the back. So I'll probably just put some little white edges on that there, and maybe on the front, sort of separate. I sort of have it on that arm, so it might be okay. And then, yeah, I can tear this piece of paper off, and then just go in and do a little quick fix. Same with this. That paper came off. There we go. Yeah, that's one of the problem areas is having. I have the same thing with tape though too, like these big thick black areas. They'll like get stuck to the masking tape or the masking fluid for some reason. I don't know why. It does it there, but not. It's the same ink in both places. So, but yeah, I just have to redarken some of these areas. Thanks, dude. And both of you guys, yeah. It turned out great. I'm excited. I was hoping it would turn out cool, and I'm like, oh yeah, it actually worked out pretty well how I wanted it. I still gotta let it dry a little bit more overnight, because if I'm gonna start going with pens over this ink, it might be dry enough to pull off the masking stuff, but it might still be a little bit not quite dry enough to start going over with more pens, especially like fine tip pens. So probably let it dry the rest of the night, and then tomorrow I'll finish it up. But yeah, I gotta do a little Unreal Engine learning this weekend too, so I can get this avatar going more, so he can be like animating and walking around and stuff while I have base controlling it. Hey, second favorite. Thanks, man. Thanks for coming by and hanging out. Yeah, I'm about done as well. We had the big reveal here. Oh, wait. Oh, there's still a little bit of goop on there. Hang on. One little gob of the stuff. There we go. Now it's all gone. So yeah, just some highlight edges and edges here, and it'll be done. Just to, I think these trees are a little bare, so I gotta fill in this, maybe this. I might use some Zip-A-Tone, I don't know, but this feels a little bare here, so. Okay, yeah, do it, man. I'll check it out. So, well, I think I'm gonna call it there. Yeah, it was a good stopping point. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks for the suggestion too, Ivy, to draw a Sprout. That was fun, actually. Yeah, fantasy, second favorite. Let's see. Recoil as well. All Mankind. All of you guys. Thanks for the gifting subs and for doing subs. That's awesome. It's such a weird world to be in that sub one world now. You know? I'm used to being the one giving a sub or something. So, and I resubbed to Anthony's stream yesterday, and it didn't cheer me. Dang it! I think because I used an Amazon one, but the Amazon Prime. Yeah, I'm just leaving some ink so I don't spill everything as soon as I shut down here. It's such a mess. Cool. All right. Yeah. Here you go. One last little look here. I think one last view for those who haven't seen it before. This is the next page after this. This is the comic I've been working on. Punish. And yeah, he's arrived at this house here where these thugs are, and he's gonna, fight his way in and kill them for revenge. And yeah, so there's these guys with the guns are the guards outside, and they're running at him, pulling out their guns, and at the same time he's charging them. He just has a wrench and a mallet he brought from home, and he breaks his arm with the gun there, slashes him with the wrench, and then this other guy shoots over him, and he throws the wrench, and it goes right through his eye there. His eyeball sticking out. Ooh, I should draw his eyeball in down here. I gotta go in and white out. I'm gonna put a little eyeball down here. That'll be awesome. But yeah, it hits the eye there, and then afterwards, there's a guy. Let's see if he's up here. He's not shown here, but he's like up the stairs, and he comes running to the edge here and starts shooting down there. So he uses this guy as a body shield, and he like takes all the shots in there while he's ducking behind it, and then he leans over it and blows the guy away, blows his head away. And then after this, he stands up, and this is him standing over the dead body, and he's all like splattered. And then he walks up the steps there and gets to here where he's at the front door, and this guy's yelling through the door going like, "Hey man, you can't be here," and he just like body rams it and smashes through and smashes the guy on the ground and picks up his mallet. You get this. I like this guy's expression here. He's like, "For the love of God, no!" There we go. Get the reflection off. Yeah, then he just smashes him with the mallet, and then you have a nice graphic image of his face off. So sorry, kids, but yeah, it gets a little gory there. So yeah, and then the fighting begins, which it keeps going. So yeah, getting there. Yeah, there's some more blood. It's just gonna get gory and gory as we go now, because that's basically the start of the mess. First part is like sad and emotional and clean, and then the carnage starts. But it's fun. This has been a good time doing all this splatter and getting your hands all dirty. Not too bad actually tonight. It's been worse. So cool. Well, thanks all, and good night to those of you headed to bed, and thanks for everyone for hanging out. This was fun. Alright, let's see here. Alright, catch y'all later, and for those of you for the chaotic draw along, maybe I'll see y'all in chat tomorrow if Anthony Wheeler goes online. Hopefully. That'll be fun Saturday. Alright, good night everyone.